The law of the aura, the invisible field that creates your life. Everything in your life, absolutely everything, is born first in the invisible dimension before becoming a physical experience. This truth, repeated by Napoleon Hill over decades, is one of the deepest and least understood laws of human creation. He said that double quotes, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But what few people understand is because ethos works. As it works and what really happens between thought and action. No aura of success. We reveal the hidden link in this creative chain. Aura, the energy field. The vibration that precedes reality. The aura is not mysticism, superstition, or spiritual fantasy. It is the electromagnetic field that your mind and body continuously emit. It is the vibrational sum of your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and interpretations. It is, in fact, the silent message you send to the universe without ever moving your lips. And most importantly, the aura is the cause, and your life is the effect. Every person who enters your life, every opportunity that arises, every door that opens or closes, every result that repeats itself, everything is in perfect alignment with the energetic frequency of your mental field. You don't live the life you want. You live what you vibrate. This is where Napoleon Hill and modern science meet. Thoughts are vibrations. Emotions are even stronger vibrations. Beliefs are crystallized vibrations. And these vibrations, repeated continuously, form a stable energy field, and this field becomes the vibrational signature of your existence. Imagine for a moment that your aura is like a radio station. You can only hear what's on the frequency you emit, and you can only attract what is on the same vibrational level as you. A person who vibrates with fear does not attract courage. A person who vibrates with lack does not attract abundance. A person who vibrates with doubt does not attract clear opportunities. Not because they do and deserve it, but because it's not on the same frequency as what you want. Life doesn't respond to your wishes. Life responds to your vibration. Many believe that circumstances shape the mind. But the truth is exactly the opposite. The mind shapes circumstances by adjusting the vibration of the aura. There are no coincidences. There is no such thing as chance. There is no such thing as bad luck. There is only vibrational awareness, whether you realize it or not. You are creating patterns, repeating stories, attracting events, and reflecting what you hold in your energy field. And that's why so many people live the same life, repeating itself in cycles, because they carry the same aura every day. You can even change cities, jobs, relationships. But if you don't change your vibration, your life will always be the same. The same applies to other scenarios. For Napoleon Hill, this was the foundation of all success. For the aura of success, that's it to her from aura. You don't get what you want. You receive what is vibrationally compatible with you. The human mind is a constant transmitter. And the aura is the field that amplifies and projects this transmission. Therefore, your external world is merely a delayed projection of your internal vibration. When your aura is in chaos, your life falls into chaos. When your aura is clear, your life becomes organized. When it is weakened, you lose opportunities. When it is strengthened, doors open spontaneously. And the big revelation is this: you can train your aura, you can rebuild it. You can raise your frequency until you become magnetic. The aura is not fixed, it is plastic, evolutionary, responsive. It changes whenever its internal state changes. And that's precisely why true transformation never begins from the outside in. It doesn't start by changing habits, routines, or behavior. It doesn't start with motivation, effort, or trying. It starts with vibration. You don't change life by changing life. You change life by changing the aura that creates life. This is the foundation of our path. Everything you will see in the following chapters is the evolution of that same truth. Your thoughts build your vibration. Your vibration builds your aura. Your aura constructs your reality. And when you master your aura, you will master your destiny. Because nothing external will have greater power than the creative field you emanate every second of your existence. If the aura is the field that shapes reality, thought is the core that shapes the aura. Every vibration originates from the mind, not the superficial, noisy mind, but the deep mind, the one that sustains repeated thoughts, silent beliefs, and constant emotional interpretations. It is this mind, the dominant mind, that Napoleon Hill studied throughout his life. He understood absolutely that thought is not a weak activity, but an active force. Hill said, "Thoughts are things, but no aura of success we expand on this truth. Thoughts are vibrational seeds that create energy fields. Every time you think something, it produces a wave. Every time you repeat that thought, you strengthen that wave. Every time you feel that thought, stabilize your vibration. This is how yours is born. Dominant vibration, the energy pattern that organizes your aura and determines what you attract or repel. There is no such thing as neutral thought. Every thought leaves a mark. Every thought adds to or removes energy from your aura. Some thoughts illuminate your vibration. Others drain your strength. Some build. Others weaken. Therefore, the greatest illusion of the human mind is believing that thinking is a passive process. To think is issue. To think is vibrate. To think is direct energy. And like any energy field, this energy returns to you in the form of circumstances, opportunities, synchronicities, and visible results. Nothing is more powerful than a thought supported by emotion. And nothing is more destructive than a fearful thought repeated daily. The mind generates vibration. Vibration shapes the aura. The aura attracts reality. That's the cycle. And this cycle never fails. People suffer because they break the vibrational chain right at the beginning, in the mind. They say they want prosperity, but they feel a lack of it. They say they want love, but they think rejection. They say they want success, but they think about failure. And the universe responds to the dominant vibration, not to conscious desire. You are not expressing what you desire. You express what you believe. And you believe what you repeat with emotion. That's why it's so difficult to change your life without changing the way you think. Because life is simply a reflection of how you vibrate. And the vibration is simply a reflection of what you think about every day. Most people don't control their own thoughts. They think like people breathe, automatically. They will react to the world without ever realizing that they are creating, emitting, attracting, and shaping it all the time. No aura of success we teach an essential truth. Your thoughts do not respond to the world. The world responds to your thoughts. And that changes everything. You stop being a victim. You cease to be a hostage of circumstances. You stop believing that life happens to you. And he begins to realize that life happens through from you. Napoleon Hill said that a man who does not master his mind controls nothing. We expanded. The man who does not master his mind does not master his vibration. And he who does not master his vibration does not master his aura. And he who does not master his aura does not master his destiny. Your thought is the first building block of creation. It's the initial spark. It is the seed that precedes any real change. But here's the key that few people realize. It is not isolated thought that creates, but thought repeated with emotion. An occasional thought has little power. A repeated thought creates form. A thought charged with emotion becomes the dominant vibration. And this dominant vibration becomes destiny. Therefore, transformation isn't about thinking better once. It's worth thinking about more every day. Until the new way of thinking becomes a habit. Until the habit becomes a vibration. Until the vibration becomes an aura. Until the aura becomes reality. This is the way. And within this path, there is a crucial detail. You never think alone. Your aura responds to every thought and returns the corresponding sensation. If you think big, your aura expands. If you think small, your aura shrinks. If you think with faith, your aura lights up. If you think with fear, your aura weakens. Thought is the hand. The aura is the clay. Reality is the final sculpture. And here is what Napoleon Hill knew and the modern world has forgotten. Everything you are experiencing now was first in your mind. Everything you will experience in the future is being created by your thoughts today. You are the painter. Your mind is the paintbrush. His aura is the canvas. Your life is the finished painting. And the remaining question is simple and definitive. What are you painting with your thoughts right now? Energy identity. Who you are in the invisible. There's a huge difference between who you believe you are and who you are vibrationally. Most people live trapped by their psychological identity, their name, history, memories, traumas, achievements, labels. But Napoleon Hill knew that true power lies not in conscious identity, but in subconscious identity, that which operates silently, which defines your automatic reactions, your invisible boundaries, and most importantly, what your aura allows or does not allow to enter your life. No aura of success. We call this subconscious identity, energy identity. Your energetic identity is what your aura believes you are. And that's much more important than what Yao thinks that is. You may say you're confident, but your aura might vibrate with insecurity. You may claim prosperity, but your aura may vibrate with low worthiness. You may declare that you want success, but your aura may vibrate with self-protection, fear, and withdrawal. The aura doesn't respond to what you say. She responds to what you it is vibrationally. That's why so many people get frustrated with positive affirmations. They say the right words, but they vibrate the wrong energy. And the universe responds to vibration, not to speech. Energy identity is formed by 3 pillars: the beliefs that you repeat, the emotions you hold, the stories you accept about yourself. When a belief is repeated, it becomes a vibration. When a vibration is sustained, it becomes identity. When an identity becomes fixed, it becomes the energetic signature of the aura. And this signature controls everything. You are not attracting opportunities at the level you desire. You attract opportunities that match your energetic identity. You're not living the life you dream. You live what you believe is possible. You don't get what you ask for. You receive what your vibration can hold. Napoleon Hill said that you can never surpass the vision you have of yourself. And that's literal. The aura does not sustain what the identity does not recognize as truth. When you try to manifest something beyond your energetic identity, sabotage arises. Not because you are weak, not because he doesn't deserve it, but because their aura cannot maintain the vibration necessary to sustain that reality. Prosperity requires an identity that resonates with value. Success requires an identity that exudes capability. Love demands an identity that vibrates with worthiness. Opportunity demands an identity that vibrates with readiness. If the energetic identity is not aligned with the desire will never materialize. This is the point where most spiritual seekers get stuck. They try to change their lives without changing who they are vibrationally. You can repeat 1,000 times that you want abundance, but if your energetic identity vibrates with scarcity, your aura remains close to abundance. You can visualize wealth, but if it vibrates with fear, your aura repels what you desire. The question that changes everything is, who do you believe you are behind the scenes in your mind? Because it is this version, not the version you present to the world, that is creating your life. Energy identity is revealed in the small details. What you tolerate. What do you accept? And what do you believe is possible? What do you expect to happen? What are you afraid of losing? In what you believe you deserve. It all vibrates. All of this forms your aura. All of this constructs your reality. Napoleon Hill said that success begins in the mind. We say that success is based on vibrational identity. If you want to prosper, don't ask, what should I do? Ask, who should I become energetically? The aura responds to identity, not intention. And the transformation of energetic identity happens when you change beliefs, changes interpretations, change patterns, changes vibes. It changes your relationship with yourself. This isn't psychological, it's vibrational. The aura changes when the energetic identity changes. And when your identity changes, your whole life changes along with it. You don't express what you want. You manifest what is compatible with your vibrational signature. The final question in this chapter is simple, yet powerful. Who are you vibrating to be? The universe is responding to exactly that version right now. The purpose as the magnetic field of the aura. If the aura is the field that shapes your reality, and thought is the core that shapes your aura, then purpose is gravitational field that organizes all internal forces. It is the vibrational sun that gives direction, meaning, and coherence to your energy. Without purpose, the mind scatters. Without purpose, the aura fragments. Without purpose, the vibration dilutes. Napoleon Hill stated that a defined goal is the starting point of all achievement. No aura of success. Let's go further. A defined purpose is the central vibration that aligns your entire aura. When you have clarity about what you want, your aura begins to emit a consistent energy pattern. When you lack clarity, your aura vibrates in multiple directions simultaneously, and the universe doesn't respond to chaotic frequencies. A true purpose is not just a goal written on paper. It's a vibration that reorganizes your being. It is a force that adjusts its focus. It's an energy that filters what enters and leaves your life. Purpose creates emotional coherence, vibrational stability, mental clarity, energy direction, spiritual magnetism. Without purpose, you wake up every day reacting. With purpose, you wake up every day building. The human mind, when without direction, tends towards scattering. But when it has a defined purpose, it becomes a lens. And the aura becomes a laser. Everything is starting to converge. Things are starting to gain momentum. Everything is starting to fall into place. One's entire life then becomes guided by the vibration of purpose. See what happens when someone lives without purpose. The person feels constantly tired, even without significant demands. You feel confused, anxious, or apathetic. It becomes vulnerable to external opinions. It loses energy easily. It can't maintain consistency. It does not attract significant opportunities. Because without an inner sun, the aura has no axis. And without a central axis, everything falls apart. Now see what happens when someone activates a vibrational purpose. Energy increases. The mind clears. The aura strengthens. Motivation arises naturally. Procrastination decreases. Synchronicities appear. Opportunities are aligning. The purpose is the gravitational center of your aura. He organizes thoughts, emotions, and decisions. And that's why it's so powerful energetically. Napoleon Hill observed, through studying hundreds of extraordinary men and women, that they all had clear and defined purposes. They knew what they wanted. They knew why they wanted it. And they knew the vibrational price they were willing to pay for it. Yes, vibrational price. No suffering, no physical effort, no struggle. The price of a purpose is energy consistency. Because only those who vibrate with continuous enthusiasm prosper. The universe does not respond to impulses, it responds to patterns. And purpose creates the pattern. When you define an authentic purpose, something extraordinary happens. Your aura is beginning to align with this vision. Your thoughts are reorganizing themselves. Your emotions stabilize. Your actions gain direction. Purpose is order, and order vibrates loudly. And high vibration attracts high-frequency opportunities. That's why people with purpose seem to be lucky. It's not luck, it's magnetism. The entire universe responds faster to those who know what they want. But here's a truth that almost no one realizes. Purpose creates more than just direction in external life. It creates direction in inner life. Filter your thoughts, select your emotions, strengthens your discipline, eliminate distractions, dissolves fears, reduces doubts, and expands its aura. Purpose guides vibration. Without purpose, you radiate weakness. With purpose, you radiate power. Therefore, before seeking any external change, ask yourself, what is my vibrational sun? What is my aura trying to build? What do I truly want, with depth and intention? When you find that center, everything falls into place. When you ignore that center, everything falls apart. Its aura only becomes magnetic when guided by a defined purpose. Without it, you drift along at the mercy of external energies. With it, you become the very source of the energy that guides your life. And that is why this chapter ends with one of the most important questions of Aura of Success. Would its purpose expand its aura or weaken it? The answer to that question reveals exactly where your vibration is and where your life is headed. The discipline of vibration, the invisible training of your aura. If there is a force that separates those who act from those who merely wish, that force is vibrational discipline. People believe that discipline is waking up early, working hard, completing tasks, and structuring schedules. But all of that is just the surface. True discipline, the kind that transforms life, is the invisible discipline of vibration. Napoleon Hill said that the mind must be trained just like a muscle. And we maintain that the aura should be disciplined just like a living energy field. Your aura responds to what you do repeatedly. He feels it repeatedly. He thinks about it repeatedly. It is not shaped by an isolated thought of positivity, but by the continuous pattern you maintain throughout the day. This is the distinction that changes destinies. Life doesn't respond to what you think occasionally, but to what you constantly vibrate with. Vibrational discipline is the ability to choose your vibration even when the world tries to push you in another direction. It is the ability to keep calm when your mind wants to panic, to maintain faith when reality shows otherwise, maintain focus when the environment calls for distraction, keep the vision even when nothing seems to be happening, keep the light on even on shady days, keep the vibration going even when the evidence hasn't arrived. That's discipline. That's power. That's an aura. The universe doesn't reward those who wish, it rewards those who sustain. Because the dominant vibration is built by the sum of small moments, not by sporadic emotional outbursts. Vibrational discipline is silent. It has no glamour. There are no witnesses. There's no applause. But it builds everything. It is present when you choose not to engage in fearful thoughts. When you reject the energetic drama of others. When you ignore external negativity. When you protect your mind from noise. When you repeatedly return to the center of your vibration. This is how an aura is strengthened. This is how a field becomes magnetic. This is how you become a source of power instead of a receptacle for external chaos. Most people lose their vibration several times a day. Just one negative comment is enough. All it takes is one piece of bad news. All it takes is one painful memory. Just one delay is enough. Just a little discomfort is enough. And when that happens, the aura temporarily fragments. The vibration drops. The field is weakening. And the alignment with the purpose becomes more distant. But those who possess vibrational discipline know that vibration is a skill that requires training. And just like any training, practice transforms the natural. That is why this chapter is so crucial. You don't build a strong aura by living on autopilot. You build a strong aura by choosing your vibration every day. This choice is active, conscious, deliberate, repeated, and it doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is how many times you return to the vibrational state you want to sustain. Vibrational discipline is this: return, recentralize, reorganize your energy, recover your dominant vibration. And the more often you do it, the easier it becomes. More natural, more automatic, more internal. Until one day, your strong vibration becomes your default state, not your effort. This is the point where life changes. Vibrational discipline changes your posture, your decisions, your trust, your energy, its dominant frequency, your relationship with the universe. Because when you train your vibration, your aura stops oscillating between fear and faith, between abundance and scarcity, between focus and distraction. She stabilizes. She grows stronger. It lights up, and a stable aura is like a magnet. She attracts you before you even ask. She receives it before you even ask for it. She creates before you even see it. Napoleon Hill said that perseverance is the most common trait among all successful people. We completed. Vibrational perseverance is the most common trait among all manifesting people. Persisting in the vibration is more important than persisting in the action. Because action without passion is wasted effort. But consistent vibration makes the action inevitable, fluid, and natural. Vibrational discipline is what transforms desires into reality, dreams into action, and intentions into manifestation. It's the invisible training that creates visible results. And here is the biggest secret of this chapter. You lack the vibrational discipline to change your life. You maintain vibrational discipline to change the aura, and the aura changes life. The question that remains is, do you control your vibration, or does your vibration control you? The answer determines your destiny. Aligned action, when vibration becomes movement. Many people believe that action is the most important element of success. Work harder, do more, run faster, produce more. But Napoleon Hill warned repeatedly, action without purpose is waste, and action without enthusiasm is effort without result. No aura of success. We understand that action is not the beginning of the demonstration, it is the end. Action is the stage in which vibration becomes movement, form, and direction in the physical world. Action is vibration embodied. You don't act to create a positive vibe. You act because you are already vibrating. The most common mistake is trying to take action to change your life when your aura is still misaligned. This creates chronic fatigue, a feeling of stagnation, frustration, low confidence, loss of motivation, and the feeling of struggling a lot to receive little. None of this is due to a lack of ability. It's a lack of vibrational alignment. Right action stems from right vibration. Compulsive action stems from a confused vibration. Aligned action is light. Misaligned action is burdensome. Aligned action is inspired. Misaligned action is forced. Aligned action flows smoothly. Misaligned action is tense. Therefore, before taking action, you need to adjust the vibration. Because when the aura is aligned, action arises in a natural, intuitive, spontaneous way, almost inevitable. Napoleon Hill called this organized inspiration. We call it vibrational motion. When the aura is strong and clear, something profound happens within you. Do you have a sense of what the next step is? You realize what needs to be done. Do you know where to put energy? You feel what no longer makes sense. You stop acting out of fear. You begin to act based on internal guidance. This is coordinated action. It doesn't come from the rational mind, it comes from vibration. It doesn't arise from external pressure, it arises from internal coherence. It doesn't stem from demands, it stems from clarity. Clear energy creates clear action. Action is a consequence, not a cause. It is born from a strong vibration, a defined purpose, a high energy identity, a disciplined mind, a coherent aura. You realize you are acting from the right vibration when you feel a natural impulse. Do you feel excited? You feel an energetic openness. You feel fluidity, you feel direction, while misaligned action brings resistance, weight, confusion, doubt, fear, exhaustion, aura, never mind. If your actions feel heavy, it's not because you're weak, it's because you're vibrating out of alignment. If your actions are blocked, it's not because you lack ability, it's because you lack vibrational coherence. If your actions aren't producing results, it is not due to incompetence. It is because the vibration isn't supporting what you're trying to build. Vibration is the root. Action is the tree. There's no point in trying to change the tree if the root remains in the same vibrational soil. Therefore, before acting, ask yourself, is my vibration aligned with what I want to manifest? If the answer is no, you should adjust your energy before taking any action. Because acting with misaligned vibrations only amplifies one's own disconnection. But when you align your vibration, something begins to happen that Napoleon Hill observed in hundreds of people. Inspired action creates shortcuts. Inspired action creates synchronicity. Inspired action creates speed. Inspired action creates results that seem like miracles. Why? Because aligned action is not just action, it's an energetic movement. You don't act alone. Your aura interacts with you. The universe responds to vibration before it responds to physical movement. When you act with the right vibe, doors open, people appear, opportunities emerge, and the impossible becomes the next logical step. There is nothing more powerful than an action taken at a time when the aura is white, clean, strong, and coherent. This action is worth 1,000 times more than any impulsive move born of fear or haste. We know that action is aligned when the body and energy move in the same direction. We know it's misaligned when the body tries to move forward, but the vibration moves backward. Action is the ultimate reflection of vibration. And vibration is the origin of everything. The environment that shapes your aura, the invisible field surrounding your physical field, if there is a silent, powerful, and often underestimated element in the construction of the aura, that element is the environment. The space around you, physical, emotional, social, and energetic, exerts a constant influence on your vibration. Napoleon Hill insisted that no one achieves success without controlling the external influences that shape their mind. Aura of Success, we expanded that understanding. The environment doesn't just shape your mind, it shapes your entire aura. The aura is sensitive. She absorbs, interprets, and reacts to everything that touches her energy field. And that means places influence your vibration. People influence your vibration. Sounds influence its vibration. Objects influence its vibration. Atmospheres influence its vibration. Conversations influence your vibration. Intentions influence your vibration. You don't have to believe it for it to be true. Vibration doesn't ask permission to affect, it simply affects. Every environment has an energy field, and this field interacts with yours. It's like two magnetic fields meeting. They either add up or cancel each other out, amplify or drain each other. Therefore, cluttered environments create mental confusion. Toxic environments drain your vitality. Noisy environments distract your attention. Emotionally charged environments weaken your aura. And here's the most profound part. An environment is never neutral. It always strengthens or weakens its vibration. It is impossible to sustain a strong aura within a weak environment. It is impossible to sustain a high vibration within a charged atmosphere. It is impossible to manifest prosperity within a field dominated by scarcity. The physical environment is an external reflection of your inner aura, and at the same time, it is a mirror that feeds back into your vibration. Therefore, people who live in chaotic environments often have fragmented auras. People who live in heavy environments often carry dense vibrations. People who live surrounded by criticism usually exude insecurity. People who live surrounded by fear generally vibrate with withdrawal. The environment shapes energy. Energy forms the aura. Aura shapes life. Napoleon Hill advised that you stay away from negative people because he knew that negativity is contagious. Here, we'll go even further. Not only negative people, but anyone whose vibration is incompatible with the life you want to create should be kept away from your field. That's not arrogance. This is energy protection. You are not obligated to allow any person, any conversation, any atmosphere to enter your aura. Its vibration is sacred. Your aura is a temple. Your field is your construction. The more energetically sensitive you become, the more selective you need to be about the space around you. And that includes everything: the physical environment, your room, your house, your job, your car. Clutter is stagnant energy. Accumulation is stagnant energy. Disorder is fragmented energy. Tidying up your environment is tidying up your aura. The social environment, the people you see frequently influence your dominant vibration. There are people who elevate your aura just by being near you. And there are people who drain your aura just by talking. Your aura knows before you do. The emotional environment, deep conversations, genuine connections, and positive exchanges amplify your vibration. Constant arguments, criticism, jealousy, competition, tension. All of this poisons your aura. The informational environment, the music you listen to, the videos you watch, the news you consume. Information is energy, and energy accumulates in the vibrational field. A person who consumes fear vibrates fear. A person who consumes hatred vibrates hatred. A person who consumes chaos vibrates chaos. And all of this becomes part of the aura. The spiritual environment, silence, meditation, rituals, prayer, intentions, all of these recharge your vibration. You need spaces where your aura can breathe. Here is the central point of this chapter. You don't just need to protect your aura, you need to build environments that nurture your vibration. Environments that remind you of your purpose. Environments that raise your energy. Environments that reinforce your vibrational identity. Environments that support what you want to manifest. A balanced environment makes your energy grow. An unbalanced environment causes your energy to wither. That's why people who desire prosperity start by cleaning their house. People who desire clarity begin by organizing their space. People who desire abundance begin by removing excess. People who want to focus start by reducing distractions. The aura responds immediately to the environment. And here's the most profound revelation. Your current environment reveals exactly what your aura has been vibrating with up to this point. The environment you will build from now on reveals the life you are about to create. The question that concludes this chapter is your environment serving your vibrational future or your emotional past? Your response determines whether your aura will expand or remain trapped in old vibrations. The final question: whoever governs your aura governs your life. We have reached the most profound point of this entire journey. The moment when all teaching, all vibration, all reflection, and all discipline converge on a single truth. You don't attract what you desire. You attract what you become vibrationally. Napoleon Hill said that human beings are living magnets, but a magnet doesn't randomly choose what it attracts. It attracts what corresponds to its field. Always, constantly, inevitably. And its aura functions in exactly the same way. Your aura is the energy field that translates your thoughts, your emotions, your identity, your purpose, and your inner discipline. It is your vibrational signature. It is your silent communication with the universe. She's the one who goes ahead before you, opening or closing doors. Nothing that is out of harmony with your dominant vibration can remain in your life. Nothing that is in harmony with its dominant vibration can be removed. This means that your opportunities are attracted by your aura. Your relationships are filtered through your aura. Your finances are shaped by your aura. Your level of prosperity is determined by the strength of your energy field. You can change your life in 100 different ways, but none of them will be real, profound, or lasting if your vibration doesn't change. It all starts from within, always. The big final question in this video isn't about methods, strategies, or techniques. It's much deeper than that. Do you control your vibration, or does your vibration control you? This is the question that Napoleon Hill asked in other words, at another time, but with the same essence. Do you govern your mind, or are you governed by it? No aura of success retranslate this energetically as, do you control your aura, or does your aura control your life? When you don't control your vibration, fear decides for you. Doubt guides your choices. Insecurity controls their actions. Distractions steal your focus. The environment controls your energy. The past determines its results. And life repeats itself in cycles. But when you control your vibration, your mind becomes your ally. Your aura becomes your power field. Your thoughts become magnetic. Your identity is strengthened. Your discipline creates stability. And your life begins to respond to you, and not the other way around. This is the true awakening of aura of success. The moment you realize that life was never testing you. She was simply responding to your vibrations. Everything you've experienced up to this point wasn't punishment, coincidence, or blind fate. It was a thrill. The vibration of fear created experiences of withdrawal. The vibration of doubt created experiences of blockage. The vibration of scarcity created experiences of lack. The vibration of confusion created experiences of stagnation. But in the same way, the vibration of purpose creates movement. The vibration of faith creates miracles. The vibration of self-confidence creates opportunities. The vibration of clarity creates direction. The vibration of a high identity creates prosperity. Your aura is the invisible mold of your life, and you are the sculptor of that mold. Nothing external can stop someone who has aligned their vibration with a clear purpose, a high sense of identity, and a disciplined faith. Nothing, not even people, not even circumstances, not even time, not even destiny. Because when the aura is aligned, the universe obeys. Hill said that when a man knows where he's going, the world makes way for him. And we affirm, when an aura knows what it's vibrating, the universe opens doors. And here is the final revelation of this video, the revelation that synthesizes each chapter, each teaching, each vibration. You don't show it when you're fighting. You manifest when you vibrate. The fight is physical. The vibration is quantum. The struggle is exhausting. Vibration creates. The struggle depends on effort. Vibration depends on alignment. The right vibration opens paths that effort alone could never open. And now here, at the close, the final question should resonate within you like an inner command, an energetic summons, an existential choice. From today onwards, who governs your aura? You or the world? If you decide that you are who you are, then everything changes, because this decision is not mental, it's vibrational. She redefines her identity. She is reorganizing her field. She rewrites her energetic presence. She creates a new future. And that future starts now. With the vibration you choose at this very moment, your aura is listening. The universe is listening. Life is listening. What will you be vibrating to?